What's up, everybody? Welcome to my page, The Witchy Homestead. Um, I have a pick a pile channeled message and card reading for you guys from your father. So if you have lost a father and have been looking for a message, I have three channeled ones over here. If you get into a message and feel that it's not for you, that's perfectly fine. Stay tuned because I may come out with more readings in the future, and I'm sure I will have one for you when I get more produced. But I'm a fairly new channel, so I sincerely appreciate everybody supporting me. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for future messages. But to start off here today, I'm going to go ahead and call in our divine protecting spirits, angels, archangels, spirit guides, helping ancestors, and helping animal spirits. Also, I'm going to go ahead and show you what each pile is so you can pick, and then I will meet you at your pile. First, I've got a shell here that I hand foraged out here in Key West. And then I have a Brazilian seed. This washed up one day in the ocean, and I had no idea what it was, and I had to ask a state park employee what it was, and it is a seed. A special seed, I'm hearing. And then I have a crystal. I forgot the name of what kind of crystal this is. Don't judge me. I'm not perfect. Inside of a shell. And this is usually how I store it. So I'll give you a minute to make your choice, and then I'll meet you at your pile. Pile 1, thank you so much for viewing my channel today. I sincerely appreciate you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and timestamp this for you guys. If you pick the seashell, then this is going to be your message here today. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing a lot of distraction energy lately, but I know that I cannot get away from distractions, interruptions, uncalled for interruptions all day, whether it's my internet, my device is not working properly, things coming in and trying to stop me from delivering the message, and I'm not going to stop. 333 on my timer there. I'm not going to stop. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, please escort any unwanted energies, and you know what I mean by unwanted. Anything I've just previously stated, escort it out my window, please, and thank you. Okay, so the first message I got for you guys is being you is the most important thing you can do in your life. And that's a message directly from your father, okay? Confidence stems from the willingness to try. This is a very popular message I keep getting over and over lately. The more times you get up and try, the more you remember who the you are. He also says, I raised you in a way where you had to stand up and fight. You've been shown what being forced into situations that forced you to be confident looks like. By that, he means sometimes we're pushed out onto a stage or into an uncomfortable situation, but we're not even granted the time in that moment to say, hey, I'm not feeling confident. We just had to pursue and continue and press on and achieve what was at hand. That's the point of that. I felt somebody out there like, now you need to push yourself to get outside your box. He also says there is a whole life out there waiting to be grabbed by you. And it's your birthright to show up for yourself and get it. He showed me rain. He showed me a rainbow. And then a pot of gold at the end. And then I was focusing on the pot of gold, and he showed me, played a song for me, and it's Neil Young, Heart of Gold. So I don't know if that song has any significance for you, but it's definitely, it definitely came through strong for me. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pull some cards for this pile and ask a few questions and get a feel for what your dad wants you to leave this reading with today. So I'm gonna use my trusty deck, my favorite go-to deck here. I had one fall on the floor, but I'll check that out in a minute. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, fathers of pile 1. Can you please let us know what pile 1 needs to hear from you today? This is the 5 of Wands in reversed. Okay. And immediately what stands out there is respecting differences for me. And he's saying, fruit don't fall too far from the tree. But that doesn't mean the tree doesn't respect the fruit's decision to fall away from the tree. Oh, I've never seen it be put that way. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Father of pile 1, what else do we need to hear from you today? Okay, and he told me to look at the side quote, and it says, be smart and take life as it comes. So that may be something that you need to hear today. What else do pile 1 people need to know today, Father of pile 1? Inner resources, struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, paranoia, exhaustion, fatigue. Okay. So let's get more on this. Fathers of pile 1, can you give us a little bit more information on what pile 1 needs to hear from you today? Devil in reverse. Okay. He wants to talk about how you feel like giving up sometimes. Lack of will and freedom here, restoring control. Okay, let me sit with this for just a minute. Okay, so I sat with this for a minute, and I believe what he wants to talk about is releasing anger. So, with that information, and I just had a quick side meditation and heard anger, and then looked up and saw how much release we have going on here. Yeah, he wants you to work on the anger that you might harbor for whatever situation you went through with your father, or that you wish you had your father there and he wasn't. He's also saying bickering and the fact that you were held back from things. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, and fathers of pile 1, can you give us some advice on the healing of this anger? What advice do you have for the healing of this anger? I feel like this anger, once it hits you and it takes control, it's like off to the races. It's like, Calgon, take me away. You find it hard to control your anger once it starts being released, and it feels like temptation to you. It's funny because we got the devil in reverse here, but it feels like you're really tempted to just go off about some things sometimes. Let me get more on this. Fathers of pile 1, what other advice do you have for healing this anger and this temptation, this whole issue here? Okay. Phoenix rising. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, give me one more for advice on this healing. Okay. It feels like this has been put off because of procrastination. Hi, Vader. My cat's here. Um, for some time, probably because of not knowing exactly how to handle that, or how to release it properly. I'm hearing it doesn't always have to be dysfunctional. I'm also being drawn to how she has a book here, and with the book being here, I feel called to tell you about how I've been writing and writing out the story of my childhood has really helped me come to grips with it, to release it, and recognize that none of that was my fault. All right? And it also helped me realize what I wanted to do differently. It helped me realize I don't want to live like that. I do want to live like this. I want to learn how to be appropriately angry when it's justified. I do want to learn how to not be angry when it's not justified, and how to not overreact just because of this lurking anger that I have inside of me. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. Fathers of pile 1, can you please give us some cards to better understand what you're hoping for pile 1 to receive from this reading today? Okay. Labyrinth. Okay. And then the card that fell earlier was Judgment. And then I'm being brought to the side quote here on mine that says, answer the call to action creates new opportunities. So I feel like if you have been feeling a little spicy lately, like, I'm a pop off, you know, or this anger and resentment for this job, this friend, this relationship has been building, and now just them chewing wrong is making me angry. Okay, if that's you, it may be time to go ahead and look at how to appropriately release anger. Okay? So I feel like you get tempted a lot. They're saying at the mouth, and you need to okay, rise from the ashes. You need to burn it down in a safe manner. And then you need to rise from the ashes and let the emotions flow. They're saying you may need to put on an angry playlist and just go sit outside and be fucking angry. All right? And if that's the case, have a physical object on you, like a stick, a rock, anything like that that you can toss, get rid of easily while you're doing that and feeling those heavy emotions. So that way you're not just stuck there trying with only releasing through your tears and emotion, when you can also release through your hands and allow it to come out of your body, energetic body as well. So I definitely pick up a lot of anxiety with this pile as well. Um, Fathers of pile 1, what further advice do you have today? Frog. So I don't know if that's a synchronicity for you, but frog with prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune awaits you. I'm going to also pull from another deck before we go here today and get a couple more messages. I'm just deciding which deck. Fathers of pile 1, can you give us a couple cards too? Okay, I didn't ask yet. Fathers of pile 1, what do you think about pile 1? What do you think about pile 1? And this is an odd question to ask, but I do feel pushed to ask it because I feel like somebody out there is wondering what their father thinks of them at this time. I don't know if you believe or not that when you go through life review, I believe that we are shown everybody's life that we've touched, had an impact on, to see how we affect people. And I feel like you wonder sometimes what your father thinks about you. And I'm here to say it's a lot of things, but let's pull some cards on it. I'm hearing anybody can say that your father is proud, but it's so much more than that. So much more. I'm hearing beyond proud. Like, if the sun could encapsulate the amount of pride that your father has in you, that would be about correct. How the sun rises every day. That's how he looks at you every day you wake up. Whether you know it or not, his soul looks at you that way. That's how bright his pride shines. He sees that you're overloaded by these emotions. Justice 2 times, and he wants you to know that it's your birthright to not have to feel this way. You deserve to not feel this way. Yeah, he sees that you have goals. He says you can get to your goals easier by just doing the hard thing and releasing what's making you miserable. The anger. And I feel like this is you every time an opportunity comes up to be angry, to be sad, and I feel like you push it away. You push it down. And it feels like a trap to you, is what I'm hearing. It feels like a trap. But it leaves you standing there like this. Like, it's not helping you whatsoever to hold on to these negative memories anymore. He wants you to remember what's happening now, not what's going on 15 years ago, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago for some of you. He's also saying that once you work on releasing this anger, that you will be able to make better decisions with better discernment, controlling yourself more. In an appropriate way, of course. There's a time and place. Like I said, justified anger. He's saying this is justified, and until you are ready to look it in its face and say, you're getting out of my body today, and going to sit down to do a ritual, then you won't rid yourself of it, and you have to get mad enough at holding yourself back to go and do this. Pile 1. You have it in you. You're lost in the labyrinth, but this is going to be your way out. Okay? And if you need help on rage rituals, I will definitely be here to help you. If you want to reach out and message me, you can message me on Facebook, The Witchy Homestead. You can also email me, thewitchy with a Y, WITCHY homestead @gmail.com. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, fathers of Pile 1, can you give us some final messages here? Okay, so this is like the Lover's card, and what it's telling me, I'm getting big divine feminine, divine masculine, and I feel like this is the angry side of you. Once, oh, I gotta breathe through that energy. Once you decide to sit down and process these emotions, these heavy feelings, and to just cry it out, scream it out, kick it out, whatever you have to do, your divine feminine energy is going to be right here to nurture that, to nurture you through it. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. Yeah, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. I think once you allow yourself to like go sit down and process these feelings and do the hard things, you're going to find peace inside yourself that you've been searching for in other people, in other experiences. You're going to find the peace that you've always wondered, is that ever going to happen? Is that real? Is that for everybody? I'm hearing yes, it's for everybody. You just have to be willing to do the hard things and to process those hard emotions. Okay? It's not, you keep being tempted to like do something. I don't know if it's somatic therapy, I don't know if it's yoga, I don't know. But you keep feeling like tempted, or like when you're in a situation that spikes your anger, like you're just being tested, or you're being tempted by the devil or something like that, and you're not. You're actually being, I'm hearing, initiated by your shadow to look at it. Okay. Okay, pile one. I hope this helped somebody out there. And if it did, give me a like, comment, subscribe. I genuinely appreciate you allowing me to read your energy today. And be on the lookout for future messages. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So there will definitely be more where this came from. And if you're looking for a personal reading, please know I only have one email, The Witchy Homestead. I only have one Facebook page, The Witchy Homestead, and I also run a Facebook group, The Witchy Homestead, if you want to come hang out with me and all of my friends, followers, and Soul Tribe over there. We would gladly have you. So, thank you so much, Pile One, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Pile 2, what is up? So I've got some written channeled messages here for you today, Pile 2. And let's go ahead and just go through that. He had me write basically in his words what he would like me to say. Being a dad is not something I've ever seen myself embodying successfully, or providing that role to such a unique child. I've just never seen myself through that lens. I myself did not have an example of that. It's not an excuse for my actions, but an explanation. I saw examples of a good father when it was too late for me to learn to be one. I was too shameful of my absence, and I allowed that shame to build a wall between us, and I'm sorry. And then after that, I heard drumming. And it wasn't just like snare drumming. It was like shamanic drumming. Deep shamanic in the woods drumming. And then it was kind of like a dial was turned. And out of nowhere, I heard Adele, Hello. And I don't know if you're a fan of Marshmello, but it was the Marshmello remix. um, and then I heard Destiny's Child, Cater to You. And I feel like I was like, that's kind of a romantic song, for a dad to give to his daughter. He was like, it's more so the context. Like, I was never able to cater to your needs as a child growing up, or whenever this is accurate for you. I'm sure there's different people watching this. Um, and he says that that song is how he wishes you are treated for the rest of your life, and he is going to help ensure that, if you allow it. You have to allow it. He also mentioned Oreos. He mentioned Snoopy. And then I saw a boat sailing off into the sunset. But I also saw, do you guys know that scene of The Little Mermaid when her father like pushes off the boat at the end and they sail away? I saw that. So, but it wasn't Ariel's dad. It was like somebody's dad, and they were just pushing the boat off. So I don't know if you're a fan of The Little Mermaid, if that has a synchronicity for you in there somewhere. But this father's energy is very, very sweet. I'm hearing I will always be here, making me a little emotional. um, so which deck do we want to use today? So let's do a fun one. Let's go with the fairies. Okay. So, Fathers of Pile 2. What do you have to talk about today? What do you want Pile 2 to gather from this reading today? I'm hearing you're worth it, and you'll always be worth it. Okay, that one slid right out. And as I say that, this is such an awesome card. I've actually never pulled it. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magic fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So, whether you know it or not, Pile 2, you have a connection to the Fae. And what I recommend doing is looking up a guided meditation. I know that Our Sacred Universe, which is a channel on Spotify, she has a couple Meet Your Fairy guided meditations, and I'm considering eventually putting my own out to help you guys, but that is to be TBD, so I will let you guys know if I do that. But yeah, if you activate an active fae guide, spirit guide, um, they are a lot more hands-on in your life. They can help you find lost things. Um, they can help in ways that I use my fairy guide all the time. So I highly recommend it. And they're very sweet. They can help with healing, like physical body healing as well. So, Fathers of Pile 2, what else do we need to know today? I'm seeing, like, it's funny. I don't know if this man was that kind of man in real life, but he's showing me like a guy with a flower crown, and he's sitting in the middle of this field with like all these fae flying around him. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if that has anything to do with you in the comments. I just say what I see. That could be, I don't know, your husband, your boyfriend. That could have been what your dad was like. I don't know. Abundance. This text is small. Wow. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. I'm hearing what is yours cannot be taken as well. Okay. That quote like helps me manifest because I know that my guides, my spirit guides, my protector spirits, they'll be damned if somebody gets what's mine. They will not let that happen. They're sitting on my chest with cannons surrounding it and knives and bombs. And they're like, you're going to have to fight all of us, my friends, God Himself, and get through all this to touch her abundance. Like, you cannot, nobody can touch what is yours. Pile two. And once you believe that, oh, you're going to be unstoppable, is what I'm hearing. What else for pile two? They're saying one more on this deck. What else for pile two? Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light on your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Sorry, commercial came up there. But, I noticed what I said was penetrate or generate, that light can generate the darkness. And that's true because if everything was light all the time, you wouldn't be able to see the variations of light. Okay? So it's kind of like if you were to go out to Alaska and walk in the snow for 4 days and that's all you saw was snow, you would have a hard time adjusting your eyes. It would be really difficult on your vision. So it is generated by the darkness, and it can penetrate the darkness, but that's not all that the light can do. It actually generates the darkness. Because as the light grows, the darkness has to fight back for balance. Okay? And then on the bottom of the deck is shine from within. I'm not going to take that, but I thought it might be a good little confirmation for somebody out there. So, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels. Okay, they said not this deck. Okay then. So, fathers of pile 2, what else do you have to say? What can pile 2 expect in the future? What can pile 2 expect in the future? And what does pile 2, what does pile 2 need to hear? What does pile 2 need to hear? Okay, so let me see. Is this meant to stay like this? I'm hearing yes. Okay. So the side message is be ready for every opportunity you have worked for. This could be your emotional development, your physical development, your career development, financial development, educational development. I don't know if you are married in a relationship or anything like that, but I'm hearing no, it's not about relationships on this one, even though it is the card of like happy home. yada yada, harmony, marriage, whatever. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that it is the personal celebration is listed here, and I'm feeling like that is where we're at with this. Inner harmony. And I'm seeing lack of support, and I heard they always felt a lack of support in the home space, probably with your parents or parent. And then we had planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home. Okay. Travel plans, happiness, goals attained, foresight, reconciliation. And then on the side it says believe in your personal power. Huh. Okay. They're telling me that because of this lack of support, breakdown and communication is here on the bottom as well. They're saying that because the home was in this reverse situation growing up, and or you witnessed that type of relationship, you learned to look inside yourself and to figure it out yourself and to do things yourself. And then, just like the Destiny's Child song, Cater to You, it's your turn to be protected. It's your turn to be protected here, pile 2. That's beautiful. Okay, fathers of pile 2. What else do you have for pile 2 today? What else does pile 2 need to hear, see, know? What does pile 2 need to hear, see, and know? Okay. So for hearing, we've got thorn. And with this, a thorn is not very pleasant, but it yields a beautiful flower, right? So this is what you need to hear. Let me get one. I'll get a clarification on that, but it sounds like you need to hear something not so pleasant. What do you need to see? Opportunity. And this opportunity did not come in peacefully, okay? So I'm hearing the trick. That's the je ne sais quoi. That's the finesse that this animal, we're all animals, but this animal is showing on this card. It takes a lot of finesse, doing it just right, seeing the right time, and then doing it just right. So your father is saying you're going to have an opportunity come up. We'll pull clarifiers on all these because I'm just interested. You're going to have an opportunity come up of some kind that is going to need you to actually see it. And it's not going to seem like life-changing, but it very well may be. So it may be more impressive, more abundant, more, and we have abundance here, and this is under abundance. Okay, it may be more abundant than you think it's gonna be, and or what it leads on to be, but you've got to see it, and we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you see it today. Hear, see, know. Okay, so I feel like this is like your father watching over you, but it's also a nest egg. Okay. Some of you, this opportunity could require your creativity, I'm hearing. Your creativity to be respected, your creativity to be seen. Yeah, because this one is hear, see, and know. So, yeah, your creativity may need to be seen, and that may be the opportunity. It'll be crazy if we pull a clarifier that says creativity. um, and then for knowing, I feel like this bird knows what it has in its nest, which the nest can represent your womb, your home. I'm hearing your treasure chest that is guarding your abundance. So this bird knows, but guess what? The birds that are inside this nest have no idea what they are yet. They haven't even been born yet. I mean, they've been born, but not hatched, right? So I feel like you are really special, Pile 2, with your creativity, and you're going to have an opportunity that comes in over rough waters that you need to see. But what you need to know is that you have this inside, which is more valuable, I'm hearing, than all the pocketbooks, all the checks, all of the fame, notoriety that money, power, wealth can buy. Like your ability to create something from nothing, I feel like that's one of these eggs. But they're not going to tell me your abundance because that's guarded. That's yours. That's your prized nest egg. And when you are ready and you can show that you can hear the tough things, you can watch that water pass by and jump right over it and land into your own self, to rely on oneself, pulling on this past knowledge, experience, and know how. Because, when we do jobs, when we go through trauma, when the hard things hit us in life, mountains just don't come up to cross for nothing. Do you know what lies inside mountains? Resources, gems, oil, things that fuel us, things that teach us. So you just need to pull on what you have and know that I'm hearing you're a boss. You've got this. You've got all the experience needed. You've already acquired it. People on my channel are past a certain point and are ready to develop in a certain way, and I feel like your dad is trying to tell you you need to pull on your smarts that you've developed in those crappy situations. That's what those are for. Everything has come up to this goat's migration pattern. Everything has built up to this, to him making it, or her making it, across this leap into oneself. That's really deep. I'm gonna take just a second here. Okay, Pile 2. So I took a second. I needed to just take a breather. And I'm gonna clarify what you need to hear, see, and know with a clarifier card. So, Fathers of Pile 2, can you please clarify what this here card for Thorn? They're saying not this deck for that one. Okay. Okay, this one. Alright. Fathers of Pile 2, what does Pile 2 need to hear? What does Pile 2 need to hear on the clarifying the Thorn card, please? Okay. What is it time to be brave with? fathers of pile 2, what is it time to be brave with? Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a couple different things for probably a couple different people watching this. So, for the clarifying what you need to hear, it's time to be brave. Pile 2. It's time to be brave. I'm seeing this girl looking a little afraid, timidly holding this sword, and not sure if she's making the right moves or not. But she is. She is. She's just scared, and it's time to be brave. I asked, what is it time to be brave with, right? And for some of you, I feel like you're interested in the paranormal, in mediumship, possibly in ghosts and all of that, and you may have a residual fear left from your own limiting beliefs, and I'm hearing a limited culmination of experiences you have. For some of you, I feel like I'm hearing you think all ghosts look the same or are scary or are a certain way. You may have watched too many scary movies growing up and took them quite literally once you realized, hey, spirit is real. And I'm hearing jumping to conclusions. And I say that because I pulled this as the clarifying card, and it's Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl. Ghost People, number 34, which adds up to a 7, Archangel Michael's number. And I feel like your father is saying, he's saying we're not all the same. We don't look like that. But also for some other of you viewers, I feel like you may be running from your shadow a little bit. And I'm hearing for those that resonates with, if you don't like or don't know or aren't aware of how to proceed with doing shadow work, or looking at darker things that you see when you close your eyes, I'm hearing. If you're seeing some dark, shadowy stuff when you're meditating, you're protected, highly protected. You just need to know that not all ghosts operate the same, and I'm hearing weird people too. Yeah, they have souls as well. There are spirits that are not human, but yeah, I'm hearing trust and believe. We only let through what's supposed to be there. Okay? I'm hearing you're not overdoing your protection cleansing. So I don't know if you've been cleansing a lot, but you're not overdoing it, I'm hearing. So for this opportunity, they wanted me to use this other deck that I tried to start with. My guides like me to mix it up sometimes to get different messages. So, Fathers of Pile 2, can you confirm what this opportunity is? I know that some of this abundance knowledge is sacred and supposed to be protected, but can you give us an idea of what this opportunity might be, look like, or what it involves, so that way pile 2 can be ready with open eyes? And I'm hearing a clear heart, so you may want to start your own healing work if that's what you're working on. Being brave and doing a guided heart healing meditation. I'm hearing yes. What does pile 2 need to see with this opportunity? healing. So I feel like some of you are going to be given an opportunity to heal. One more. They're saying shuffle. Okay. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, fathers of pile 2. Can you give us one more clarifying card on this opportunity? And I'm hearing some of you are healers. I'm hearing some of you don't know it, some of you do. But in order for you to pour from these cups in the divine feminine and the divine masculine hand, you need to have an abundance within your own healing first. You need to find the light inside of you. Okay. You need to go down to the darkness and come back up with your torch saying, I understand myself better now. Okay, that's what needs to happen. But how you get there, it's gonna look different for each and every one of you, but it's not always calm waters. Sometimes it's really rough waters, and you've got to be able to leap, get yourself over that hurdle. I'm hearing you can call on Jesus, Yeshua. You can call on any deity that you work with. If you're in a meditation and it starts getting a little overwhelming, you can telepathically call on them. They will come to you. They will help you process those emotions and to heal. Ooh, okay. Hang on just a second. This says autonomy. And this was one of my biggest catalysts in my awakening. I kept going to people outside of myself for external validation. Like, can this really happen? Is this a thing that happens? Like, is this a thing? Like, am I going crazy? Like, what was that? What did I see? You know, can you tell me what kind of spirit that was? And look, and she's got the light in the middle of her chest, and we said to start with the heart. Okay, so your opportunity here is healing your self autonomy, the ability to make decisions inside of oneself. Okay, and look, we've got shadowy figures here down at the bottom, but they're light and dark, they're balanced, they're not crazy, raving, out of control, you know, like raging angry, which I will tell you, when I released my divine feminine, she was pissed off. Okay, she was yelling, screaming, jumping all over the walls, doing demonic shit. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. That's probably exactly what I would be like if I was kept in a jail cell for years and years and years and years and years and never talked to, paid attention to, given any kind of knowledge of, hey, I see you. You know? So this is definitely your opportunity at freeing yourself from all the BS. Look, she's got a lightsaber. She's ready. If you also have been tapping into Star Family, I'm hearing Pleiades. I'm hearing a couple names that I don't know how to pronounce, or I don't even know how to say those. Archangel Gabriel, Star Family, can you help me there? I'm hearing Lyra, okay. Anunnaki, something with an X. Okay, so yeah, this is your chance to bet on yourself. Okay, fathers, should I stay with this deck? Okay, yes. Can you clarify the nest? So we got here, see, and know. Can you clarify what pile 2 needs to know, please? He's also asking me to pull you stickers at the end. I didn't do that for pile 1. Don't tell them. Sorry if you hear my cat. She's not having fun. Bliss. Okay. So you need to know bliss, but I feel like that's in more than one meaning here. Like, one, you deserve all the happiness. Okay. All of it. But also, I think that your gifts that you have inside are going to lead you to some, I'm hearing, unprecedented changes within yourself, and you're actually going to feel free like this. Okay? I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. All you have to do is the hard stuff first. Okay? I'm hearing it all takes work. It all takes work. What else does pile 2 need to know about this bliss? And the nest clarifier, please. Okay, well, okay, so I pulled this one, but I accidentally flipped 2 out like this, so I'm gonna take them because we've got look up cloud meditation. I don't know if you grew up looking at the clouds or still do. I do, but they want you to look up. And then we've got restoration, and he looks like the star. We've got a lot of galactic going on here, you guys. I love it. So what you need to know is that you can always look up to restore yourself when you need it, pile 2. Honestly, yeah, I'm hearing you're the star. And once you unlock that, yeah, this is restoration. You're going to be restored, pile 2. You just need to do the hard work to step into it and say, yes, I accept. I accept this journey of healing. It's my time. I'm sick of carrying this baggage, is what I'm hearing. And really set aside that time for you to make it happen, pile 2. I'm going to pull you a couple stickers really quick. Hang on, let me overthink this. No, pile 2. You just need to go do it, honestly. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Which of all my important nothings shall I tell you first? And then we've got focus. Focus. And then we've got sarcasm is my only defense. And then we've got I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster. I love this one and have never pulled it. Think before you speak, read before you think. So I feel like this is reading yourself, pile 2. And think before you speak to yourself, okay? Honestly, because self-talk is... Also, we've got dude, breathe. And then we've got thank you. So honestly, I feel like this is to you from your father. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for making him heard. thank you for taking this moment for yourself because this video is kind of long, but it's needed. And he wants to say thank you for allowing him in today. That means everything to his soul. And he just wants to help you get where he couldn't help you get while he was living. Thank you so much, Pile 2. And if this helped you, I'd love to know in the comments how, or if there's any funny synchronicities or anything like that that you want to share. I would love to hear it. And above all that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your pile. I wanted to start off by reading the channeled messages that I have for you. I started off viewing from like an outside perspective of this man stepping forward. And before I heard anything, I just felt like his big, overflowing, I'm hearing, and generous heart. And it was just an overwhelming sense of love he has for you, whether you know it or not. And then the first thing I heard him say is, you need to know how special you are. And then I heard, before I started your reading, earth shattering. And then the next line I wrote was, in a sea full of spikes, you are the light, the creative inspiration, the one who shows others how to pave your own way. Please never ever give up on yourself, your belief, your wishes, and dreams. When your day is overwhelming, close your eyes and imagine that silly child that you were, and ask yourself, what would that funny child like to do? Or how would my playful side handle this situation? And then he showed me, like, do you guys know those silly, like, rainbow colored, like, they had the colors divided off and they had like a little propeller up at the top, and you could like push it on the hat, and then the propeller would spin on the hat. He showed me one of those. And then he showed me a kaleidoscope. um And then I heard in a child's voice, I know who I am. So I feel like you were way more confident when in your younger years than you may be right now these days. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's get some more from the fathers of pile 3. And since you are so fun and I love working with inner child energy, I'm going to use my inner child deck. I heard good call. So, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, fathers of pile 3, can you let us know what we're going to talk about today? Or what does pile 3 need to know today? Heart wisdom. Okay, I heard 2 more. Superpower. And balanced perception. Okay. I'm hearing right off the bat, your superpower is your heart wisdom and balanced perception. I love that. Yeah, that's definitely it. Your heart is where you need to sink into when you're feeling confusion, lost, overwhelmed. Just go back to this right here and say, what would you do? Imagine this guy and say, what would you do? Because I bet you wouldn't handle this like the adult side of me would handle this. What do you think? Because I feel like your inner child, young child, actually has a very fair, balanced approach to how they make decisions, and it's because they use their heart and how they intuitively feel about the situation, using their heart versus their already learned knowledge. Okay? And some people may want to call that naive, but naivety is trust in my eyes, and that's kind of bold, but it is okay. And somewhere along the line we learn to not trust. 111 on my timer. um and I'm hearing that is the downfall of creativity, dreaming, inspiration, is when we learn to not trust anymore and to use logic over our heart. Okay, so let me see here. Which pile should we go to? You're pulling me to the ocean deck. Okay. Father of pile 3, or fathers. What else do you have for our pile 3s today? I'm hearing 3 more. Okay. Enjoy the journey, take note, and look beyond the surface. Okay. Let's read each one of these. We've got enjoy the journey, stay flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or future. And then we've got take note here. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So I feel like these voices are like the adult voices that have gone through these challenges, situations, trials, tribulations, and developed these. It's your own projections onto this. That's why he's saying go back to this when you need advice, because your adult voice I'm hearing is a little abrasive. No offense, pile 3. um Look beyond the surface, avoid becoming distracted by surface issues, focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation, seek ways to bring depth to your world. Yeah, so I feel like you may be going through some stuff that has you like, man, this is not fun anymore. I feel overworked, underpaid. Society's bringing me down. All of that. But what you need to do is go back to your inner child and say, hey, what would you like to do? Maybe it's build a fort for adults. Maybe it's paint a painting without giving an F what it comes out looking like. Maybe it's playing in the dirt, literally. Maybe doing something that has no value to anybody else besides you. Okay? No matter how small, no matter how big, you know, start by going inward and talking to your inner child, closing your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds and imagining what would make that inner child happy. For me, it's getting cozy in bed and watching movies and having all the good snacks and a little doodle pad on the side. But that's just me. You know, how would your inner child solve the situation? For example, how can I bring fun into my job and make it less unenjoyable? I don't care if you have to wear glow sticks, pile 3. I don't know where that's coming from, but if you have to wear glow sticks, fun jewelry, get a fun lanyard, um, wear a different sticker on your face every day. I don't know, pile 3. It's going to be something different for everybody, but like if you can find a fun, quirky way to remember this fun side of you every day when you're going into these situations where it's really easy to lose yourself in being corporate. I have a corporate job, okay? And I do fun things like set fun backgrounds. I do fun things like I use language that makes me happy because who the hell wants to talk to somebody that is like a dry turkey breast? Boring. I'm the gravy. And they're saying you need to like become the gravy, okay? For example, I'll say things like easy peasy, and just me saying something how I want to say it sometimes brightens my day like tenfold. Okay, you should really try it. So, the next thing I'm going to pull cards on here. Fathers of pile 3, can you let us know what else we need to focus on for my pile 3? What else do we need to focus on for pile 3? I'm hearing big career shifts. So maybe you bringing this new personality trait in that has been kind of locked away and or preserved for when you're home alone, I'm hearing. Everybody deserves to see that fun side of you, pile 3. What else does pile 3 need to focus on? Ancient wisdom, lady with a Bosch egg. I feel like, yeah, this is like some wisdom you're carrying that's ready to crack out of its confinement, I'm hearing. Okay. Ancient wisdom. And it's right under heart wisdom. I see what you're doing here. And then I've got holding on too tight. Way too tight. Strangely lonely. And I feel like this may be the side of you that's, I'm hearing, masking the inner child. Okay? So you may feel lonely, you may feel misunderstood, not heard, weird, but you only feel that way because you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. And I feel like a major part of that is this fun child energy, okay? And then I pulled the next card in order and it said balanced perception. And then we've got Aloha healing, Amara the Minihun, I'm gonna have to look this up. But she's got a lei, she's got flowers, and they're lighting up the dark pile 3. So I feel like you're in for a big heart healing, heart activation. Please look up heart healing meditation on YouTube, guided meditation. But more than that, when you're feeling really overwhelmed by everyday emotions, take a deep breath and then sink down into your heart space. By doing that, you take your thought awareness from inside your brain, travel it all the way down your throat, into your chest, right where you see this beaming green light. Go there and see what you find. It may be a child in a Halloween costume. It may be a child in a mask that isn't so flattering. But if you face it and you ask yourself, what do I need to make this tolerable? What do I need to make my life more blissful so I can enjoy this journey rather than being strangely lonely, you know? Let's pull some further advice here for pile 3. Fathers of pile 3, can you give us a little bit? They're saying switch decks. Okay, they always do that to me. This one, okay. Fathers of pile 3, can you give us a little bit more advice? I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. Okay. Tolerance. I'm hearing you can't clear away what is you. So I don't know if you've been having some paranormal activity or paranoia, but it could be your shadow side over here that is pissed off that this inner child cannot come out. Or alternatively, for those that doesn't resonate with, this could be tolerance of yourself. Tolerate and entertain the idea of talking to this inner child. I don't think you're giving younger you enough credit for the wisdom that they actually hold, and that's not gonna go well. Okay? That innocent side of you deserves the light of day. Pile 3. That innocent side of you deserves to be loved, felt, held, expressed. And you deserve to be the one to do that for them because you know you best. And you know how bad it feels to be let down. You know how bad it feels to be alone. And your inner child's feeling that. And they want you to know we're stronger together than apart. Okay, so a merging needs to happen there with tolerance. Fathers of pile 3, can you give us more advice, please? And that's under enjoy the journey. So enjoy the journey to this inner child. Have tolerance for your journey and what you've been through, because it's a lot. The energy is heavy. We've got, oh snap. We've got some sex magic. Okay. Okay. I feel like this playful side of you, like I said, is going to be unleashing some earth-shattering stuff. Okay? If you know what I mean. Earth-shattering. Okay. Fathers of Pile 3, can you give us more confirmation on what Pile 3 needs to focus on, please? And also, with that being said, please use caution with this, because anything you are thinking about at the time of the O will be put into like a manifestation log, okay? And it is powerful. One time I had an O and I shot energy across the room and I made shit fall off the wall that was there for months and had never moved, never had a reason to move, but the shit fell off the wall. So there you go. You just know how powerful it is. It is strong energy that is expelled from the root chakra. In my opinion, one of the strongest chakras. That is where Kundalini comes in. Kundalini magic. It is just so powerful. Please use caution, awareness, and foresight when doing these things, okay? It's not all about love spells and making people fall in love with you. It's about yourself too and their well-being. So I just had to put that disclosure out there. Fathers of Pile 3, what else do you have for us? Solitude. Honestly, this doesn't look too bad though. There's Mary Jane everywhere. She's all in green. She's got like a priestess robe on. You may be akin to priestess vibes, okay? Anchorita, you may want to look that up. I don't know what that means. I feel like, yeah, you really need this solitude. Pile 3, you need to sit with your younger child and rediscover yourself, because you're not giving the fun side of you the fuel it needs, the permission it needs to act out in your day, okay? Like, what happened to the fun kid that took a couple minutes to look out the window when it's raining to appreciate the rain? Okay? That kind of thing. Anything, the small things first. You know, don't throw yourself into big life changes or making big life decisions based off a new relationship with your inner child, but have reverence for it, have respect for it, and hold it in high honor, because your father sure as hell does. Your spirit team sure as hell does. You're worth it. Show yourself that. Show yourself that, Pile 3. Value yourself like you wish you were valued in your childhood, okay? I'm gonna pull some final messages here. Do best what you do best, and eventually they will notice. Caution, colorful language ahead. So you may have been a child that wanted to curse a lot, or you may like cursing a lot. Let yourself do that shit, Pile 3. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Yeah, you can use colorful language and be a shaman. You can use colorful language and change the world. You can use colorful language and change people's lives. You can use colorful language and change your fucking life. Fueled by spite. I honestly feel like that's a little sarcastic there, but I also have Just Be Happy. Okay, so I feel like this goes with this. You may be spiteful. Okay, this is connected with the strangely lonely and being lonely because you are isolating this side of yourself, the fun side of yourself, and it is making your inner child resent and be spiteful. And then it pops off at the mouth probably, okay? But you are not your negative thoughts. And the sooner you stop for a minute, like 5 minutes at a time. If you can't do 5, do 4. If you can't do 4, do 3. And if anybody has some shit to say, pile 3, you tell your boss that you are taking a mental health moment, okay? Oh my God. And then I just flipped over from this. Your mental health is important, pile 3. It is. It freaking matters. Oh my God. Again, it matters. Seriously, like embed that into your day where when you're feeling overwhelmed, you step away for like 2 to 3 minutes or look out the window for 2 to 3 minutes, go to a corner, go to the bathroom, and just go back into yourself for a moment. Because it's really important, pile 3. It's so important because once you let the fun come out and just be silly and carefree and not really care what happens from that, you're gonna there's not gonna be room for this, okay? Because you are gonna attract new friends, new people that are also that, okay? And then you can introduce yourself like, hello, I'm trying my best. You know, just remember that. You are trying your best. And if anybody has anything else to say about it, they can talk to the hall monitor, you know? They can talk to the hand. It's okay to feel all the emotions, sadness, joy, uncertainty, whatever it is. Just don't give up. Make your therapist proud. Pile 3. I think this is a good note to end it on today. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for giving me a chance to read your energy and to interact with this beautiful inner child. I resonate with it a lot. And if you need anything from me, my email is thewitchy, WITCHY, homestead@gmail.com. Also, I have a Facebook group and a Facebook page under the Witchy Homestead, and they both look kind of the same. I have a good amount of followers. I will never DM you and solicit for readings. If you feel chosen and called to do that, however, and reach out to me, my porch is always open. My email, thewitchyhomestead@gmail.com. You can reach out to me there or on Facebook for a private reading if you're interested in that. However, I will never solicit myself to you unless you already know me, then you know the dealio. Anyways, guys, I hope this brought some answers, some peace, and helped you figure out where to go next in your journey, okay? Thank you so much. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want the next video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you see what the next topic is we come out with, and or you can comment and make suggestions on what kind of reading you'd like to see. I'll definitely do that because my channel's small right now, so I do have opportunity to take in custom requests and try to fulfill those as I can. Thank you guys again, and have a beautiful rest of your week, night, day, year. Bye.